Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You remember when the Russians were accused by the Americans and the Ukrainians and the Germans and the French and the Brits that they use white phosphorus in Ukraine and cluster munitions. You remember that? And they said white phosphorus is illegal and it's a war crime and used on civilians and all that. Everything used on civilians is a war crime. Remember that? Because I do remember that. Well, if you don't, I will show you then Israel unleashed white phosphorus in Gaza. Human Rights Watch finds, and they show video as well. But let's start with the article first. This comes from the Daily Beast. It's not only, you can find on many other articles, but I like the title because it says Human Rights Watch finds Israel unleashes white phosphorus. Here's a picture. You see that? That's what it looks like. All right, so it explodes there and little droplets fall over there and they burn and all that. So this is how it is. It says Human Rights Watch, an international non-governmental organization that advocates for human rights, said Thursday that it had concluded Israel used white phosphorus during military operations in Lebanon and Gaza this week. What, both of them? In a statement, HRW said it had verified videos from October 10 and 11 showing multiple airbursts of artillery-fired white phosphorus over the Gaza City port and two rural locations along the Israel-Lebanon border, in addition to interviewing two witnesses to the Gaza attack. White phosphorus is highly combustible substance that produces heat at approximately 1,499 degrees Fahrenheit. It is typically used for shining light on targets at night. That was not at night. Or as smoke screens to hide military activity, but when it is used as a weapon, it can cause severe burns that affect areas deep into the tissue and bone and long-term health impacts such as infections, respiratory damage, organ failure, and muscle contractions that can limit mobility. The resulting fires are also difficult to extinguish and have the capacity to severely damage properly and kill crops and livestock. Horrifying. So this is a video. I will play this one. What the hell? Because I'm going to have another one. So this is during the daytime. As you can see it right there. Okay. Now I don't know if that's from now or not. This is from now. So let me just see if I can play this one. Let's make it a little bit smaller so it fits beautifully. Let's make a noise. Go. See on the bottom right. Now that's what it is. Look at the bottom right. Is that civilians or that's Hamas? You know. The United Nations Office for Disarmament Affairs states that white phosphorus falls under Protocol 3 of the Convention on Conventional Weapons, which defines international law for the use of incendiary weapons. White phosphorus is not outright banned, but using it in densely populated civilian areas like Gaza may constitute a violation of international humanitarian law, HRW said. So what do you think, my friends? So that's one. Now this one, look at this. The Telegraph, weasels. Israel-Palestine latest news. Israel has used white phosphorus in Gaza, human rights group claims. Yeah, okay, how about that one? I'm just claiming, you know. They just claim this. Let's see when this was written. Because that one was 50. So this is at 5:54 p.m. October 12th. Right now is what? It is 9:30. So that's a few hours back, if you know what I mean. 3 hours, almost 4 hours, right? 3 hours, let's say 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. Let's put it 3 hours. It's 3 hours and a half. So we go to that, and this one was 57 minutes. So the Telegraph let us know 57 minutes ago that they claim, but these guys showed this, published this one then. So it's 3:56 a.m. when these guys show this. 3:56 a.m. So this probably occurred on the 11th, as the article actually states, right? 10th and 11th, right here. So these guys, the weasels from Telegraph, fucking guys, show up and say today, right? 15 minutes ago, right there, 20, 23, 45, that they claim. All right, and they show us a picture which is not white phosphorus, this one here, and it's by night. Now, do you think it was meant to be like that? I mean, the title and then the picture, people who know look at it and say, well, that's not white phosphorus. What the fuck that is? These guys are willing. Oh, they claim. Oh, he just claims. Okay, and the next one is Israel uses white phosphorus in Gaza. Video shows. This is 56 minutes ago. Today, the 12th of October. The Washington Post. Even Bezos' newspaper doesn't come like... I thought these guys, the Brits, are more balanced, or how do I call it? I mean, this is not balanced. This is skewed. So, and then I went to see white phosphorus munitions right here. And I went, it says here that what kind of weapons, they already told you. And I'm going down here. They show you how they look, in case you have a, you know, right there. So obviously the video that you saw looks like this one. And it says who used them and what. And we're going to find out here that they were used in Iraq. The United States used them. Then Israel forces used it in Lebanon in 2006. Israeli forces used it in Gaza in 2008 to 2009. Yeah. Afghanistan 2009. Who was in Afghanistan 2009? The Russians or the good people? Oh, the good people. Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. Now here could be the Russians, Armenians actually, and Azerbaijani. So now Russians here as far as I see. Syrian civil war. The Syrian government, the United States, the Russian Federation, and Turkey reported deploying white phosphorus munitions via airstrikes. All of them. All right. Second Nagorno-Karabakh in 2020. And Russia-Ukraine war, pop. They show us that over there. Right? Used by Russians and Ukraine war, right? And that was bad, but this one, I don't know if it's that bad, right? What do you think? Is it? Anyway, two wrongs don't make a right. International law says white phosphorus is an industrial chemical not subject to restriction. Certain uses in weaponry are banned or restricted by general international laws, in particular those related to incendiary devices. Well, we got that covered. Remember, in time of war, these guys are doing it, and then they answer questions if they feel like. If they lose, they have to answer. If they win, they will never be asked the questions. That's how it usually is. When you win, you're not asked. And if you're asked, you can ignore the question. But if you lose, you have to answer it, otherwise you're going to be hanging low. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, my friends, here it is. I hope you take this with you. And every time you're going to hear some people who have no character telling you that no, these guys, Geneva Convention, they never used. Remember today, the 12th of October 2023, daily beast video that you watched with me. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.